Well, I can see happy marriages come to California. They've been married 10 years, they come from New York, childhood sweethearts. I can tell when they're going to get a divorce. The town is very tough on marriage. Very tough. Like I said, there's too much of everything. Too much. There's 2 kitchens, 2 living rooms, 4 dens, 7 bedrooms. It gets bigger and bigger every day. I love selling houses. I mean, the movie stars move, everybody moves. There's more divorce, which is great for a broker. I mean, I made 3 commissions on Gig Young, 1 husband. And when we got a divorce, I sold our house. So how can you go wrong? It's a great career. The house oozes with what we were talking about earlier, sex. You have a fireplace in the master bedroom. You have mirrors everywhere. You have a city view of lights. You get to see this at night with candles everywhere, and the romance, it's everywhere. Romance is very important in California. Take a house and you put romance in it, you got an automatic sale.
Hollywood is a very romantic place.
People need sex, but what people really need is love, because love conquers all, and you know, with good love, there's good sex.
You really want to know? Of course! Of course people share my bed with me. I'm not going to tell you who.
Horny?
Sex permeates the homes, the people, the cars. The cars are sexual objects. Everything is sex here.
You mean that's it?
Sharp crowd. Sharp crowd. I like that. That's a little tester. You guys are right in the gutter where I want you. That's good.
Well, I happen to love young, good-looking guys. That's my problem.
Gee, can't imagine.
Well, I'll be arrested someday.
Why not?
Want me to lick your fingers, my little lady?
And so are the
You never know.
I think the driving force behind Hollywood is the driving force behind life, wanting to be loved. That's why people come here. You often come from all over the world, from dysfunctional families, feeling unloved, feeling unaccepted, etc., and wanting that acceptance, adoration, love from the public, from as many people as they possibly can find. This is the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Hollywood, Los Angeles, this is where it's at. And so every day there's thousands of people getting off the bus, coming here to make it.
Okay, and be sure and keep me in touch.
Yeah.
All right, it was nice seeing you.
Okay.
You take care of yourself, okay?
I will.
All right.
Thanks.
Okay, hon.
Bye-bye.
Wait till you see his face. Wait till you see his face.
Oh,
So this is Hollywood?
what a shame.
But you've also had a whole day. You were out last night in a smoky restaurant. 2 days
But I
before
mean, I've been talking all day.
you're not
I'm still
gonna.
not-
That's exactly it. Don't talk before.
No, see, that's the talking warms you out. That's what I'm saying is I've been talking all day and I'm still not warm. If we can record the later the better, because it's
Well, we will.
the later the better.
We will.
The later the better.
Friends and family are discouraging. They say you won't get very far. But you can't ignore what's in her heart. She's gotta go out and do her part. She knows where all the big quests like hers start. On the Boulevard of Dreams.
It's after 3 o'clock in the morning. Where have you been?
I was discussing that project with Lulu.
Oh, you're discussing a project with Lulu?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. What did you discuss?
I don't know, just like, I think she wants me for one of those parts, you know? I think it'll be really good for me.
Really?
Yeah, she has like a couple projects in the work and stuff, and I think...
Yes, being betrayed, that feelings definitely came through, and I've been there, so I could be very honest with how it felt.
You didn't mean to what? What'd you do? Just tell me what you did.
It just happened so fast. I didn't... Never been around anybody like that before, you know?
Did you bang her? Did you sleep with her?
It's a world of smoke and mirrors, you know. Maybe it's a way for people to dream about being better than they are, you know, almost. If you come out here, at least they can make me look like I'm having fun, or at least they can make me look like I'm happy, you know. Or maybe if I play parts where I look pretty and happy, I'll be pretty and happy, you know. I mean, that might be part of the draw, but otherwise, it's all that people who don't live here know is it's a whole lot of red carpets and limousines and lights, you know, and Learjets, and it is.
Now, this house was built by Lionel Barrymore Jr. It has been redone and redone. Candice Bergen owned it for many, many years, and Marilyn Monroe lived here for 5 years. This was Marilyn Monroe's bedroom. Look at this. Anything a star would want is here.
When I think of Beverly Hills, I think of it being the center of the universe.
Wow.
I think because there's so many pretty people and pretty shops and wonderful restaurants that it's just such an exciting place to be. I've been all over the world. And I know just as a single male, I can walk down the street in Beverly Hills at lunchtime and see 2 or 3 absolutely stunning women.
I'm shopping for my dressing room, which is like so exciting.
Well, this is me in 1988, as you can see. This is about as Dutch as you can get. There's cheese, there's wooden shoes, there's tulips, there's the little funny hat, there's the background, the architecture. This is really as Dutch as they come.
Because I was thinking maybe even for this Christmas to buy a whole
Here is my entire family at Christmas. This is me, and this is my brother and his girlfriend, my brother Jürgen, and his girlfriend Miranda. So this is really the entire family, and everybody lives like 5 minutes away from each other. So I'm the only one that left.
Off we are. Bye.
Bye. Bye.
I have a good friend, for example, that I grew up with, who practices outside of Philadelphia in a small town. He's a very bright guy, but he's incredibly envious of me because I practice in Beverly Hills, and he practices in a little town, and he's probably bored out of his mind. And I'm practicing in the most exciting place on the planet, I think. There's no place I'd rather be.
On the Boulevard of Dreams, L.A.
Okay, that's good.
Because it's sweet, but yet it's very, look.
You know what I love is
goosebumps on my
when you said...
Just a moment.
Oh, I've been waiting for his call. Hi, John, it's Elaine. Yes, my book. I finished it yesterday. I want to talk to you about it. Well, the book is really, really sensual. And it's like really what goes on in Beverly Hills. I was born here. My dad was the head of a studio, and I've dated every movie star. I was married to an Academy Award-winning movie star, Gig Young. I've seen everything. And I figure I gotta put it in a book. I've got to show the people what goes on here. I didn't miss any punches. It is sexy, it is exciting. There is a murder in it with a motive like I've never seen before in any movie. It's exciting. I can't even stop reading it.
To make it in Hollywood, you have to play by certain rules. And that means that it's very difficult to maintain your artistic integrity, to use a cliche, because you know that that's not necessarily what's wanted. And if you want to make it, well, you're going to have to write that script with an upbeat ending and a character that you can empathize with. And that also, if that wasn't your intent, can be slightly warping. And all these things are just in the tiniest way, but when it's day in, day out, year in, year out, on every level of your life, it has an effect. You become another Hollywood schmuck.
It's almost, we were talking about this the other day, it's almost like a trap. Once you get into this business, getting out, there's no in between. You can't like move, with a lot of careers, you can move to Chicago or you can move to, you know, Peoria and do what you're doing there. In this business, if you don't live in New York or LA, you can pretty much, if you decide that you want to move somewhere else, you can pretty much plan on working at the post office. You know, because you can't find these people running around in Peoria.